Hey guys, it is me, Laura, and I am doing a requested video. I got my materials in today from Beautiful Feet, and I had ordered the Early American History Literature Primary Grades Teacher's Guide thing and the first two books in the series, which is one about Leif the Lucky and Vikings, and the other is Christopher Columbus. So I picked this program because I like the idea of having something very basic so that I could just kind of have something to turn to start with to get me going, and something that I could expand on from there. From that perspective, this is really good for me. I am using this and it's kind of giving me the backbone that I need to kind of spring forward, but what I'm going to be doing is entirely different, and I think I'm not really going to be using the activities and the lesson plans in here very much at all. I will be looking through it. It does have some ideas for links online and things like that, and I will definitely be pulling from that, but I don't think I'm going to be using the rest so much, and that's just my personal perspective. I'm going to use some of the books, some of the resources, and kind of the idea from Beautiful Feet that has to do with focusing on people and biographies and kind of introducing history that way. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and show you what the teacher's guide looks like, and just as a warning, I've already marked mine up a lot and started taking notes, so I will show you. This is what the cover of the guide looks like, and it's like a book. It's like a paperback children's book kind of binding, and when you open it up, it's just got a brief table of contents, and it kind of goes through the approach. This is very much based on the Charlotte Mason method, like a lot. So you're going to have a lot of the same elements that you would see in any Charlotte Mason program. You're going to have a lot of copy work. You're going to have a lot of memorization and recitation and narration, and those kinds of things are going to be in here. This guide, it says here that basically they recommend you doing it in 2 years, which would be 2 lessons per week or 3 lessons every 2 weeks, and that's kind of what they recommend, but it can also be done in a year if you do 3 lessons per week. And there are just a lot of different things. They recommend each student having a notebook in accordance with the Charlotte Mason method for doing reading, reasoning, relating, and recording. And they provide a lot of black and white images from the main books that they're using. They print them, and so they have copyright to those images. And they have these available for you to print off for free online at their website, so that your child can color them and add them in. So then here they have and this is where you start seeing all my chicken scratches, but here they have a brief overview of all of the books that they recommend in their program, a little description of them, as well as some additional resources that they recommend that are not part of the study guide. They would just be added on. So then you have what this focuses a lot on is very much character traits and picking up on people. So as you read these stories, you will very much be talking about the characters and how they reacted and what they did, and if that, whether it was positive character traits or negative character traits, and really picking up on kind of dissecting the characters. There's a lot of scripture throughout, and there's just a really big focus on character. So in this one, you're talking about having a person. You discuss the temperament of Eric the Red, and you talk about things like conscience and self-control, and basically the activities are very much notebooking. So you're looking up words and defining them, you're printing off pictures and coloring them, and it tells exactly what they want the student to write on the pages. And it's got discussion questions here, like Leif becomes strong and cunning, swift as an arrow and quiet as a mouse. Discuss the discipline needed to develop these qualities. And so it talks about, these various things all throughout, and it's pretty much the same thing. There's not really a whole lot of hands-on stuff. There's a lot of copy work, a lot of narration. There's memorization, like they've got little poems and things, and there's Firefly. Things to memorize throughout. And they do have, from time to time, let's see if I can find it here, Like here is a video, some videos and pictures and things that you can find at this website. And they do have things like that throughout. There's making maps and coloring maps as part of it. It tells you like how many pages to read at a time per lesson. The lessons are fairly short. I would say that they wouldn't take very long to complete, depending on how talkative your students are and how in-depth you get with the discussions that you're having. That's pretty much it. I don't know if this answers the questions of what's in here. I'm happy to show you more. So for me, I was just a little bit disappointed in the content for what I want. I think if you do a Charlotte Mason style homeschool, this could be really, really good. Or if your child likes a lot of copy work and narration and that kind of style fits them really well. I think for us, we'll probably just do a little bit more reading and a little bit more natural conversation. This is very much a Christian program, which is generally a good thing. I'm not sure that I like exactly the slant on it personally, but I think it's something that would resonate with a lot of people. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. So this is not, I feel like in general my take on it is it's very much a literature approach, which is what it's called. It's a literature approach. Basically, this would not be, from my opinion, your history curriculum. This would be your literature curriculum, and you would just happen to be learning history while you're learning literature. That's kind of the approach that it takes. I would not say that this is a really solid, firm foundation for history, but I do think that the good thing about it is that it is so minimal, so you can use it as a spine, you can build on it, and you can turn it into something really good for history, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of my take on it. I hope that's helpful for you. I would say that a lot of it just really depends on what you're looking for, and that's how all curriculum is. So I'm glad that I got it. I will most likely be using most of their books that they recommend as part of our history, and I will go through and pull a few ideas from this teacher guide that are helpful for us. But I'm mostly going to use this as kind of an idea starter for me, which will be super helpful, and it kind of helps me rein in all the possibilities and ideas going through my mind. But that's basically my thought on the early American history literature approach for primary grades from Beautiful Feet publishers, I guess. Beautiful Feet Books is what it's called. So that's pretty much it for today. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.